I'm gonna rock with you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Good day, internet friends. Good day, spacehey.com. Good day, hippies, fiends. Good day, YouTube channel. And all those who have been emailing me and leaving me comments these past few weeks. It hasn't been easy. Uh, Lost quite a few familiar faces uh, in July. But before I get into it, just want to say something for those anti-vaxxers out there who never got around to getting their COVID vaccine. I saw a gentleman from my window last week, this window right here, uh, being carried out in a gurney stretcher from his apartment building walk up. Uh, he was strapped down real good. They strapped him down with some orange tape to keep him from moving. And there were two ambulances. There was one from the fire department and one from the Jewish community. They have their own ambulance here in Williamsburg, ambulance service. And it struck me funny because the guy wasn't any older than his late 40s, 50. So I had to go out the next day to get the rent money. And I stopped by the building and I saw one of the uh, one of the persons that were there that day, and I asked him. I said, "What happened?" And he said, uh, according to him, he said the gentleman who lived in the building was climbing down the stairs, and he just all of a sudden got dizzy and blacked out, and he fell down a flight of stairs. And I asked him, "That's it?" I said, "Don't they know what happened?" They said, "Well, it could have been COVID because he was Jewish and he was never vaccinated." Mm. It'll hit you when you least expect it. Look what happened to actress Dawn Wells several years ago. She was gone in a matter of 4 days, 5 days. Shame on you if you haven't been vaccinated and you still think that this is all political. We're still getting cases all over the country. Actress Ann Robinson will not travel. And I spoke to Ann several weeks ago. She will not travel, or she has to wear a mask at any of these conventions. It doesn't serve a purpose to wear a mask at a convention when you have to take pictures with masks on. And she's right. Someone named Jody asked me, emailed me this morning, said if I was going to put on any other type of event. And I said, I don't think so. My venue, the Watson Hotel, where I threw Ann Robinson her birthday party, went out of business in 2020 because of COVID. And my photographer friend, Steve Friedman, who I spoke to right after that, he had to close his West West Side Studio uh, apartment because of COVID. He wasn't getting any business. Steve Friedman is can be found these days at his home with his wife. 73. I think Steve, I think it's time for you to retire. But it was nice having you at all my events and taking pictures. One of the best photographers around in the New York area, as far as I'm concerned. Now, you lost quite a few past few weeks. Just want to name a few. If you have anybody else that have passed on, feel free to leave it in the comments below. Basketball legend Bill Russell, TV legend Nichelle Nichols, Uhura from Star Trek, British character actor Bernard Cribbins, everybody remembers him from the Doctor Who TV series. Comedian Pat Carroll, who I practically grew up watching on TV and on shows and performing. She was on game shows most of the time. She was very funny. Sportscaster uh, and legend Vince Scully. Legendary character actor Paul Sorvino, everybody remembers him in Goodfellas, but he was also on Law and Order. He practically started that series back in the early 90s, Paul Sorvino. Leave It to Beaver Tony Dow, who just passed away last week, cancer, the age of 77. We've lost, past few years, we've lost him, and then Ken Osman, 2020. The only one left in the cast is Jerry Mathers. He's taking this at heart. I think they're still running Leave It to Beaver to this day on cable channels. You can always catch it somewhere. I think MeTV might be running it. British character actor David Warner. You remember him from The Omen. And one of my favorite horror movies, time after time, is chased by Malcolm McDowell, who plays H.G. Wells, through to the present. Comes from the past. He played Jack the Ripper. Remember, you saw the movie. He played Jack the Ripper, and to escape, he got into Wells' time machine. So Wells had to go after him. It was a classic uh, sci-fi movie from the 70s. I have it on DVD. It was one of my favorites. Mickey Rooney Jr. passed away last month. He was running Daddy's business there. Daddy passed away. Now he's gone. James Caan. Actor James Caan, everybody remembers from The Godfather and Rollerball, my favorite sci-fi movies. 70s, and The Killer Elite, among other classic titles. Oh, one of my favorite character actors, L.Q. Jones. One of my favorite movies he was in was The Wild Bunch. He was over the top. can really play a crazy bounty hunter in that one. William Hart is the lead singer of the Delphonics, the rhythm and blues group. Delphonics, who can forget the Delphonics and their music? And leave the best for last, my friend, who had me at an emotional wreck the past few weeks. I couldn't function because he passed away at age 99, Larry Storch. Larry, if people came to my show, they can always find Larry Storch at a table. Larry never said no to me when I asked if he would participate. And you can always find Larry's phone number in the Manhattan phone book. It was the only Larry Storch listed there. Uh, Several things I want to show you. Larry gave me quite a few autograph pictures through the years. Uh, I kept a few. There's one on my wall with a portrait shot from F Troop with Larry. It was the first one he ever autographed for me. And here's another one from Larry from Get Smart. Played the Groovy Guru. Remember him in that? See like this version. There he is. Larry, and here's a shot from F Troop. Color shot. Rare. There he is. They were all described to me under my real name. These are personal. It's one thing these iPhones don't have is I don't have an iPhone, and uh, I wouldn't want to carry an iPhone. I wouldn't know how to use it. And I picked up the throwaway camera. I don't even think they have those anymore. And I went to see Larry at a show he did in 2014. Dean Martin Expo. He was sitting across Barbara Feldon and Marilyn Michaels. Big three. Here's a shot I got with Larry from that show in 2014. And I had my belly dancer friend, Olga Sokolova, with me, and took several shots with Larry as well. I had them up on the wall. Fun times. And I remember 2010 having Larry at the last big show I did. We had all these former child stars there, like Billy Gray, Roger Mobley, and Lee Aker, the late Lee Aker. And someone's calling me. I think they're but estoy ocupado. Gracias. My mom wants to know what I'm doing. I'll call her back. But the only person it was a huge show with all these former child stars. John Provost. I tried to get Tony Dow, Laurie Jacobson, who was managing all these child actors, said he couldn't make it. I tell you, he almost came in 2010, Tony Dow, to that show. Also had Beverly Washburn there, and all all these former child actors, and Rex Reason was my special guest from This Island Earth. Who can forget that? So it was a night. It was nice to see all these people together and gathered in one place. It was, one thing about doing these events, I got to meet the people I grew up watching as a kid, and those are memories that'll never go away. Memories like the corners of my mind, misty watercolored memories of the way we were, scattered pictures of the smiles we left behind, smiles we gave to one another for the way we were. Can it be that it was all so simple then? Or has time rewritten every line? If we had a chance to do it all again, tell me, would we? Could we? Memories may be beautiful, and yet what's too painful to remember? We simply choose to forget. So it's the laughter we will remember whenever we remember the way we were, the way we were. Great memories. If you care to share this webcam video, I don't post too many anymore. Feel free, email it to a friend, post it on Facebook, let people know I'm still around. They've been worried about me. People like Heidi Wilkinson. I did this for you, Heidi, and Susan Schnitzer out there, and a few others that have visited my YouTube channel uh, past few weeks. And I want to thank Barbara Rue. The name sounds familiar. Barbara Rue used to go to the Mid-Atlantic Convention, Baltimore, and I spoke to her about, of course, Tony Dow passing, and I asked her what happened to Sherry Jackson. People on Facebook wanted to know, and she said Sherry moved to Oregon. According to her sources, Sherry Jackson is tired Hollywood and just moved to Oregon, where it's a lot quieter and safer, I guess. The COVID is pretty bad out there in California. She wanted to get away from that. But people forget Sherry's 80 years old now. So just wanted to give you a little news on her. Still with us. That's all I have for today. I want to thank you for your time. And thank you for inquiring about me and through comments. I'm okay. It's just a little hard to get over Larry Storch's passing. It took me 2 weeks to shake it off. I was really depressed. There was a day where I spent, I think, the whole day in bed, and I only got up to get something to eat. And it's tough. It's tough losing people like that who were part of your lives, be it through his work on television or movies. But we have their memories on film and reruns. So I hope you take a chance and take a peek at anything that comes up on F Troop or one of Larry's movies like The Great Race. Remember him in that. And something else I wanted to say. Oh, someone asked me, Man from Uncle, where can they go see that without paying for it? And I tell you, uh, they only put it out once, and the price has gone up. Amazon's ridiculous on some of these prices. Go to archive.org. Archive.org has all 4 seasons of The Man from Uncle. You can see it there for free. Yeah. Okay. And as always, you rock. I'm gonna rock with you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We will remember.